Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 7 of the DRS Racing League. Today we have one of the most iconic tracks on the F1 calendar, which will be Suzuka, or the Japanese Grand Prix. In real life, we haven't raced there since 2019, but today, in this game, that all ends. And I want to take a minute just to say that this race will be a commemoration for all the veterans that died during any past wars, as Friday, I think it was, not Thursday, was Remembrance Day, and this is the closest race to that. So some of the drivers have decided to make some commemorative helmets to represent those war heroes that fought for our freedom. And we will be doing a formation lap in commemoration of these great heroes that protected our country. So here we are for qualifying today. What we have is, unfortunately, some people can't be here today because of personal reasons, but we've still got 17 drivers looking to take pole position for their respective teams. To remind you of the driver standings, I will put them on the screen shortly to show you kind of where everyone's situated in the title fight. But as I said on Twitter, the Constructors' title is kind of going down to the wire with Williams and Ferrari this season. And if I'm being honest, it's going to be a really good title fight for the end of this season. So let me show you the Drivers' Championship quickly to kind of give you a grasp on what is the situation. So let me quickly just share screen. So, as you can see here, Mix is in first, followed by Cali, then Parjan, and then Moss. But the gaps between these are very close. And then obviously you got Thak, you got Sink, you got Cobra, Bo, Jordan, NNG, Vela, J-Dog, Uvan, Jared, Justin. Just the list goes on. There's 28 drivers that have competed so far. A couple on negative points due to penalties. They've been taken away. But I think it's time to get into qualifying where we are on board with Moss. All right. Shadow, who do you think will win? Mika, Parjan, or Cali? Out of them three, I'm assuming you're taking Moss out of the equation for this race. But if I'm being honest, who do I think is going to win this race? Out of everyone, I think Mix has a good chance, and also Cali. I feel like Parjan and Moss are kind of playing the Perez and Bottas roles. I'm not saying they're not quick, I just don't think they're going to be up there for the title. So, from what I've seen, I'm going to have to go with Cali. My gut is saying Mix, but my logical side is saying Cali today, because I know Cali is one of the most consistent drivers around this track. But here we are on board with Jared, the first person to do a qualifying lap around Suzuka today. Hopefully it's going to be a good lap, ladies and gentlemen, to kind of set the standard for today. Bit of a wobbly end coming out the corner. Beautiful exit. Getting the power down perfectly. And, ooh, this hairpin could be tricky to do, especially if you get on that curb. But it looks like a good exit. Could have been a bit better. But there is an instant between, I think it was Cobra or Carrot and one of the Alfa Romeos. I think one of them just slowed down. Could have been a mistake. But there is another slow car. I think that is an Alfa Romeo just slowing down to get the qualifying lap here. But we have Jared here, Vela slowing down to do his qualifying lap just to get the tyres just in that perfect temperature range. And there is a Uvan who is going very slow, has made a mistake, but Jared going for his lap here. It's a 1:27.2. That is a decent lap. Obviously, we've got some other drivers doing theirs. Thak has discounted his lap there, unfortunately, but we do have Justin and a 1:28.9 from Sink there. But here we have Justin doing the final couple of corners, the final chicanes. Let's see what he can get here. And it's going to be a 1:29.7. And Sink has retired. He's lost it. Starting this set of races there. We'll stay on board with Justin to see the incident here. Looks like he's gone flying into the wall. Who do I think will have pole? That's difficult to say. Cobra with 1:27.6. I could see Callie. Oh, Justin's lost it. Coming out of the centre rest is Justin has lost it. But let's quickly have a look at some of these times now. Vella's not doing it. Callie's doing his now. One of the championship leaders who I think won't get pole this race. I think that might go to Mix or Moss if Moss is quick enough. But it's a 1:28.5. I think Callie's trying to go for a one stop from soft to from medium to hard, or medium to soft maybe. But if Mix is fast enough, I think he can get pole. Callie had a good chance as well, and maybe an outside chance of, well, I would say Sink, but he isn't there anymore. Maybe Cobra, who is fighting for the Renos today. Look at that, brilliant. Going for the set of races. Could be a bit quicker, but he's really keeping the momentum going. And there's something wrong with one of the Alpha Tauris. I think it's Monk who had an incident. I don't know if he's broken anything on his way. I think he just had to go slow. Lets one pass, which is a top man there. Top man. And there is a slow car up ahead. I think that might be the Ferrari. But we still have people going on the laps. Parjan, one of the really key factors of this title fight this season, has to try and get ahead of the Ferraris here. Here we go, into the final chicane. And he gets it nicely, not on the curbs there, which is a key factor of getting the pace here. But it is a 1:28.2. He has split the Ferraris there. But now it will be down to his teammate of Mix to get even ahead of Moss. But so far, it looks like Jared has done a really good lap. No one's been able to beat it. Cobra's got close, but he's 4 attempts out. And here we have DS Intro, who has just come out the centre races and looks really strong. He's got a purple first sector. And he's invalidated his lap. He went too wide. That's going to be disappointing there. But it looks like Cobra's going for a lap now. On a set of softs. Obviously, whoever gets pole will get an extra point. Whoever gets the driver of the day will also get a point. But it's looking really strong for these drivers here. But the main man, the leader of the Drivers' Championship, Mix is coming to do his lap around Suzuka. Let's stay on board to see what he does here. As he's going to come around the first corner, doing a really quick sector will be crucial. Trying to keep the car on the centre rest is like getting the maximum out of the car. And for some reason, he has done a 7-minute 42. What on earth is going on there? There's a slow McLaren. I think he's just slowing down to do his lap. But it looks like there's a bit of a kerfuffle between the McLarens and the Renault's Mercedes there. But Mix is the man to keep an eye out for. If he gets pole today, this will really help him with the title fight. And zooms through. I think he got a purple first sector. And there is an issue with one of the... I think that is Carrot. There it is. Has he lost a bit of his wing? He has. Uvan going a bit slow to get the... Oh, he's going into pits. Okay. But let's get on board now with Mix again. Coming down the longest straight on the Suzuka track. Let's see how he can do here as he steams past the camera there. Going through 130R. Can he get the breaking point right here? Because of how quick that corner is, it's a bit difficult. And he's got it spot on there. A tad bit on the curb. Might slow down his time. But let's see where he gets here. On Sector 3. And he's taken the line. But the lap is not there. For some reason. Okay. Here we have DS Intro. Obviously, when he did his lap, it was a fast first sector, and he's gotten quickest in the second. Really utilising all the track limits here as he breaks into the final chicane. He needs to make sure not to exceed track limits to get the pole lap that he needs. And he's got out of that corner exceptionally. But it is a 1:27.6. He just pips the Renault of Cobra there. And it looks like Moss is going to do his lap here. Let's see how he gets on, because you never know what's going to happen. He lets pass the the Mercedes of Vela. Obviously, respectable man there. But let's see how he can do. He's now on the soft tyres. It looks like everyone did a medium run. Now doing a soft run. Kind of like the standard for them. If they get slower than the medium run, it's embarrassing. But there is a kerfuffle towards the end of Sector 1 between a Red Bull, Ferrari and McLaren. And there is a yellow flag in Sector 2. I don't know if this game's bugging out a bit or what. And Moss has lost it through the DRSs. Pushing the car too much out of its limit there. And he has lost it. That's going to be disappointing. But so far, it looks pretty positive. It's a McLaren 1-2. But Moss has lost control of the car. That has got to be disappointing, because it looked like he was really pushing. And he's been disqualified from the session. Probably for just blocking the racing line or something there. But that is his qualifying over, and he will be starting from the back of the grid. That has got to be big for the Williams, who are 4th and 5th. That's really good there. They've both picked Callie, but Callie is not going to let this slide as he is coming through the final corner to do his qualifying lap on the softs. We will get back to him very shortly, but for now, as we see Monk racing through the forest in Japan around Suzuka. You got a purple second sector there. Monk is looking really strong. Break through the final chicane. Don't exceed the track limit. It's very easy to around these corners. And he puts his foot to the pedal here. And it is a 1:28.7. That is close. Could be quicker, but that was a fast second sector from Monk. But as we see, Vela here just comes out the centre rest. He's nearly losing it. Has to slow down. That is not going to be great for his title contributions here. But let's come back to Callie now, who is going pretty well here. He's a tad bit slower than his first sector, but we will keep eyes on him as the time goes on. Looks like Jared's doing his lap of purple first sector. Just getting everything out of this car. We also see Fox here doing his lap on a set of mediums. Now the question is, for Moss later on, he's going to have to push his way through the field as quick as he can, but Japan is not a great circuit for it. It looks like there's a slow Uvan. I think he just let by a fellow competitor. Vela had... Uvan's retired. Okay, what the hell happened? He was plus one to him. Looks like Jared. I think he may have lost it. I'm not too sure. If we can get some footage of this. Yeah, it looks like he lost it to one of corners there, but Monk just going slow. I think he's coming into pits this lap. Diligence at 1:29.9. The spread, and Callie has set the fastest lap so far and has beaten Jared by 0.25. 0.025 of a second there. Mix and Parger need to push. And the McLaren has left the session. He will be back shortly when he gets his stuff sorted. But P5 and P6 on the Williams, they need to get up there, especially for the title fight. Because they cannot let Callie get away right now, because they can't have the McLarens and the Renault in between them here. But here's Jared. I think he just done his lap. I think he's coming into pits this lap. But like I said, Callie does have a good chance to get pole when Switzerland asked the question. But it's looking very good here. Everyone just pitted. It looks like everyone will be going for their final laps very shortly. But here we have a diligent tank. One of the AlphaTauri drivers stepping in for the two AlphaTauri drivers that cannot be here today, unfortunately. As you see, he's currently out. But it is a bit disappointing to not see them here today. Moss, obviously, race control has said the reason why. I don't think it was going the wrong way. Yeah, it weren't looking good there for Diligent. But if you look here, Mix is on a set of softs to do what no one else could do, and that is to beat Callie's pole lap right now. Jared had a good chance, but we'll see what Mix can do. The title leader. Can he regain pole position? Teammate lets him by. Smart move. Let's see what happens. The Mercedes are up ahead. They're going a bit slow. Obviously, it's a bit of a surprise that the Mercedes-powered Williams is doing better than the actual Mercedes. But you never know what can happen in Formula One. As Mix is really pushing everything on his outlap to get the heat in his tyres. So we'll come back to him when we have his lap underway. But you see BH Cobra here. Obviously, someone who's been very fast over the last couple of races. Won at Vietnam. So let's see how he can get on. He's a tenth quicker on his lap, which would put him in first so far. But you see, Dolomite goes wide on his lap. He's going to have to give it up there. Carrot has lost his time for extended track limits. But Justin, someone who's very quick in my opinion, but has not got the best of luck this season. He's really struggled so far in my opinion. And Vela is retired. That's got to be big. If Justin and Thak can beat him, then Vela will have to start in the back 7 and will be another obstacle for Moss. But Justin looks very, very, very quick right now. Mix is doing his lap currently. Callie has come out for his lap, and now the people that are in the pits can no longer get a lap in. We see Justin fighting his car through the corners here, just trying to improve on his time and do something. His teammate is currently not up in the top, but I think that's just a standard lap. I don't think that's his actual pace. Callie has let Justin by, top man. Let's see how Justin gets on here, going down the fastest straight in Japan, well, in the Japanese Grand Prix right now. Just look at it. Steaming down. He's 2 tenths up on his lap. This could be good. P9 could be within his reach if he gets the correct exit here. And it looks like he has. Reducing the amount of curb he's taken there. It's a 128.9 and he has taken P9. Mick's doing his outlap. Parjan is doing his lap. He lost his fuel, I think. So Mix will have to let his teammate Parjan pass, but I think he's giving him a bit of slipstream first. That's a very smart fellow there. But Mix got... Wait, what? Alright, my game's been a bit messy, but Mix has got pole position right now. Callie is on his lap. And I need to go to the toilet. But I can't. So. And Parjan has not been able to improve his time, and Callie's retired. Callie lost it into a wall, I think. Let's get on board with Parjan here. We might be able to see Callie's car before it stops. We won't. But it looks like Mix has gotten pole position. But Fox doing his lap here. And so is Justin, I believe, behind him. But I think Justin's just doing his in lap right now. So let's see what Fox can do here. Can he get up into the regions of the top 10 to join his teammate Justin? And he has. He's got P6 and has pushed his teammate to P10. So the order is this. Mix currently on pole, followed by Callie, Jared, Cobra, DS, Fox, Parjan, Monk, Sink, Justin, Vela, Thack, Uvan, Diligent, Carrot, Dollar, and Moss were disqualified for this session, but we will see how he gets along during the race. It's looking pretty exciting right now for this race. The two title contenders again in the front row, and their teammates are not going to be able to help them right now unless Parjan gets a great start. If you look at the time stream, Fox and Parjan, it's only 100th difference between them. So, looking pretty good. But I will be back shortly. We won't be starting the race straight away. We will be having a formation lap to commemorate the heroes of previous wars. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back in time. So, this is the lap to commemorate all the great people that fought in all the previous wars. And unfortunately, as history has stated, all the wars that are yet to come. So, I'm going to mute for a minute, and that will be the minute of silence. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the minute silence is over. I've just been talking for a little while now, and I forgot to unmute myself. But I think we're ready to go. Just a little problem at the moment. Hopefully we should be gearing up to go. But it looks like it's kind of bugging at the moment. But hopefully this race is a banger. I mean, this season is emulating real life, kind of. There's two top teams fighting for the title, and there's two clear front runners in Mix and Cali. The two title protagonists, and you can kind of see there the difference between the Ferrari and the Williams. But I think there may be a problem with server. And there we go. That's the problem. I'll be back in a minute, guys. And gentlemen, it's being weird at the moment. Just give me a minute. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back in. The race has started. It was just being weird, but we're on lap 2 at the moment, and we will see how everything unfolds when I get back in to this. So, let's see what has happened. It's going to take a while to know what's happened at the moment, because I have no fucking clue. Oh, what the hell's happened here? Why the hell is there a safety car? Very Confucius. I think that was an instant, obviously. But Mix has fallen down to P5. Moss is in P8 already. Yeah, Moss P8, good start, especially the fact that he's ahead of Parjan. King Kali is also ahead of Mix. Mix has to get past Justin, Cobra, and Jared. Got Fox in P11, pitted. Got Monk, and it looks like Sink and Justin are pitting now for some more tyres. So Moss is P6, Mix P4, Kali's P1. That is the important thing here. King Kali is P1 and is 3 positions ahead of Mix. And the other thing standing between Moss and Parjan is the Mercedes of Vela. So these two have something interesting going on. Moss will need to get ahead of these drivers ahead, because there's nothing much between him and Mix as well. It's just a ghosted driver. But Mix needs to get the start of his life here. Got Saint, Diligent, Uvan, Dollar, Carrot, Thack, Monk, Fox, Parjan. I don't know why there's a safety car. If anyone wants to fill me in, please do. But it doesn't look... No one's crashed from what I see. Diligent's got a couple of seconds of penalties. Let's have a look. It's got 5 seconds of penalties, but I don't know why. Very Confucius. But the important thing is, a lot of people are now on mediums or hards. But we'll see how this goes. Obviously, never count out Cobra or Jared, because they are up here, like, to pace-wise. And it's going to be very interesting between the Williams and the Ferrari here. The question is, with Mix, does he attack Kali, or does he slow Moss down for Parjan and then get constructors' points from that? Because I think Mix has a big enough gap that he will still be the lead by the time this race is over. Oh, here we go. The restart now. The safety car is in this lap, ladies and gentlemen. Safety car is in this lap. Now, Parjan needs to get a great start, and also don't speed under the safety car or any virtual safety car or anything like that, because that is his problem the last couple of races. He has sped... Oh! Big loss of the wheel, but Kali has started. The race is restarted here. Kali's got a great start. 7 tenths to Jared. Got Cobra, and then you've also got Mix. Moss is kind of not able to get past DS intro yet, and he's just done it. Parjan's got past Vela. Vela went wide, and it's like Fox re-enter the fray. But Vela and Fox are having a bit of a fight here. But let's see how this goes. Parjan needs to get past DS, and he has. Now it just needs to hunt down Moss, who's on the hards right now. So this is a big advantage for Parjan. Sink has got past Dollar. Let's see how this goes. Kali's got a big gap to Jared. 8 tenths. And also Cobra. Mix is going to go for Cobra. For Cobra soon. And the yellow flag is set to 1 and 2. I need to turn on the full track map. And it looks like there's an instant back between Diligent and Carrot. The hell happened here? But it's a safety car again. It is another safety car, which isn't going to look great here. And this might give people a chance to pit and just get some new tyres on, because right now it's been 4 laps. It's a weird situation, but there is 2 safety cars within 4 laps. I am a bit of a loss for words. And it looks like Kali's diving in. Will Mix? Mix will not dive in. Mix is staying out on his set of softs. Now, this could beg the question. Mix is going to lose time from this, and If so, could he go from soft to mediums on a one-stop? Moss has taken P2, Parge has taken P3. I think there was a bit of miscommunication between the Williams there. I think Mix was going to let Parge and pit there, but Mix stayed out, Moss has stayed out, Parge has stayed out. It looks like the top 9 people have stayed out. Also, Justin has. I do not know. I think that was an incident between Carrot and Diligent, but none of them crashed out. It was just a bit of an incident, so I'm not too sure. I don't know why the safety car failed. Just a bit too much contact there. But Fox P5 done really well here. Got Vela, got Parge and Moss and Mix. Mix has now got the choice on what to do, because obviously Cali is going to be P10, but at the same time, he's not that far behind. This is the effect of the safety car. Cali's now pit on to a set of hards, and this could probably take him to the end of the race. Now, if Mix plays this right and conserves his tyres well enough, and also gets away from Moss, and kind of helps Parge get past Moss as well, he could go from soft to medium if he plays his cards right. But I don't think that's a risk that is worth it. This is one of the many things that's exciting about the real life F1 season right now. You've got the second drivers here. Not to say these two aren't fast, but they're not in the title fight right now. They're not the main protagonists. These are kind of like the dark horses in the back, and if they win, naughty boy. We'll see what Nene has to say about that. But between Moss and Parge in here, this is going to be a big fight, because you never know what's going to happen. If Parge gets past Moss, that greatly helps out Mix, because Parge could either A, hold up Moss, never mind. Parge going to the pits. So it looks like Parge will be going towards the back of the grid now, and not pitting on as soon as safety car comes in has got a big toll, because he's going to fall down to last place, which isn't great, but also means he's going to be 8 spots behind Cali, and Cali is not an easy driver to catch up to, I'll tell you that. Oh, Moss has got penalties. Moss has gotten a couple of penalties there, and so has Cobra and Dollar. Be nice, children. Be nice. But see why a lot of people go into AI mode. But it does look like Moss got the 5-second penalty from Vela, I do believe. But this is giving a big advantage now to Mix. But there's a 7-place gap between Parge and Cali. Parge needs to get into the points this race. He cannot let the likes of Carrot, Uvan, and Dollar slow him down. It's going to be a big ask, but he needs to do this. And surprisingly, the Alfa Romeos P7 and 8, that's a good result for them. I mean, I think they are one of the top constructors right now, but, you know, they're just there. They're not really doing the greatest. They just stay in the top 10, keep to themselves. But Moss and Mix here, Moss's time penalty could be taken off at the end of the race if our stewards allow it. But, yeah, so far, we'll see how it goes. But if it's not, then I would suggest that Vela would get a 5-second penalty as well. But so far, this race could be good still, because everyone's still so tightly packed because of safety cars. But Mix still staying out is a bit of a bold move. I'm not too sure if that is the right move. But everyone is currently... why is Vela using overtake? It's safety car, mate. Hey, Vela's going into the pits. Oh, the safety car came in this lap. Okay, that's why. Mix has got a good advantage from Moss there, but Moss is not letting up. And he's going to keep going. Vela and Dollar pitting on the same lap. That's got to hurt them. But Moss needs to attack now. He needs to catch Mix on the faster tyre. Mix is on the soft, but Moss needs to catch. He needs to get Mix here for the title fight. But as you see here, Callie is going to attack his former brethren, and Uva's retired. What happened there? I think he did something with Carrot, and Carrot spun and into the wall. He's lost his rear wing. Well, his front wing, sorry. But let's see what happened up here. He has lost it into the wall there. That is not great. And Sink went off the track there. And King Callie has got a very fast McLaren ahead of him. Just needs to tuck in a bit, I guess. But Moss needs to catch Mix here. That's the thing. Pargent also needs to get positions here because, as you see, Callie's already gotten away from him. He may be 5 positions ahead, but the gap is big. And Mix has got 2-second gap to Moss here. So this could be interesting. But we'll keep our eyes on everyone here. And Justin is going to attack. Can he get him, though? Both using overtake. So it's going to be interesting. Cobra, obviously, with penalties, could have some implications. And obviously, we know the beef between Callie and Cobra here. These two do not like each other at all. So let's see how this goes. Can Cobra catch and overtake Callie again? That's the real question. And there's an incident. Fox has gone off. I think that was an incident between Fox and Music Monk there. But Monk has taken P3. I don't know what happened. I don't think Monk gave enough room, is what I presume. But Moss is not having fun time on the set of hards that he currently has on. It's not looking good here, ladies and gentlemen, for the Ferrari of Moss. Callie needs to catch up. But Fox has to get his tyres to cool down a bit. As Cobra is looking, he's trying to get a look in on Callie. Callie's not going that fast, but he's keeping it just behind. But you see, Pargent's still in P11. He's not in the points. It won't matter for the constructors if Pargent isn't in the points. He needs to get in them. But it looks like the battle for 4th is going to be wild, as we've got a McLaren and Alfa Romeo. And there is a off Renault here. Lost his control, but there's a McLaren and Alfa Romeo, a Ferrari who is charging next to his Alfa Romeo brethren, and also you have a Renault. But it looks like the McLaren's kind of using the dirty air to go and attack Monk here, who's losing a bit of time to Moss. But the man out in front dominating right now is Mix, who has just taken those tyres and ran away from everyone. Jared on the mediums, back on the mediums, Callie and Cobra on the hards. It looks like they're all fast enough, but there's just not a lot of overtaking going on. They just can't find the gaps. But Callie tried to go for it there, tried to take a sneak on the inside, and he has done, but didn't want to brake. Oh! Jared's lost it through the corner. That is not going to be good, and has lost P4. He's down in P8, might be P9, and we see Sink side by side. But Jared has got the pace due to his medium tyres, and Sink goes down the inside, and he's been hit. Sink has been hit by Jared. There was no room there for Sink, even though he clearly had one tyre, his front tyre next to his rear, so he had the right to have room there. That is poor from Jared. There's going to be words about that after this. But Jared now going on the hunt for a Red Bull, not a drink, but a car. And he's gotten him. And he's also got DRS. What does this mean? As you see Pargent there, also with DRS. 3 wide for a split second there. But Pargent trying to go for a look down the inside, but he's just going to leave it. And the door's still wide open. Thack is going slow. Pargent is now in P8. This is looking good. But you see here, Monk is catching up to Moss. Callie and Cobra are still fighting with Fox there. But Pargent is going to try and get past Jared, he needs to get past. Because you see, Callie and Moss are in the top 4. He needs to get there to help his teammate. Because if Callie catches up to Monk and gets him, the Ferraris have got that Williams in a sticky situation. But you see, Callie will not get away easily. He will not go quietly because he has got Cobra and Fox who are going to be attacking. But Monk is getting into DRS zone of Moss. He's so close to it. He needs to power his Honda-powered AlphaTauri through 130R at the pace he's just done. That is brilliant, and I think he will be within DRS range here. Moss obviously not in range of Monk here, but let's see how it goes. Let's see Jared and Parjan. Parjan looks like he can get DRS. It looks like he has. Let's see if he can attack. Justin's fallen back a bit. He's not got the pace on his set of mediums, and Justin has come, not Justin, Fox has come into the pits. Parjan going round the outside. A brilliant move. And they're still side by side going into the next corner. That was Kimi Räikkönen-esque on Giancarlo Fisichella, and that was a great overtake by Parjan, but it is not over. He has still got Jared going for his rear, and he's gotten him. He's fully taken P7, P6 now. He needs to chase after the car of RBH Cobra, who's 1.6 seconds ahead, but he needs to get in here to try and snatch back P5 and get within range of King Callie, who is running away with this. Monk looks to be going for the next step of the podium. And there is an incident in Sector 2 between the Alfa Romeos. That is not good. The Alfa Romeos cannot be doing this right now. But Fox looks to be battling DS here. But we cannot have teammate conflicts here. Callie is pushing. But you see the background, you see Cobra, but you also see Parjan, who's getting pressure from Jared, just pushing him. Jared goes a bit on the grass there, but let's see how this goes. Justin's lost. He is in the negative on his... Oh, Mix has come into pits. He's going for a set of mediums. I don't know if he's going aggressive, but Jared, can he go after Parjan here? Cobra's left. Ooh. But right now, Moss is out in P1. Justin is also left. But it is Moss out in P1, followed by Monk, Callie, Parjan, Cobra, Jared, Justin, Mix, Sink, Thack, Fox, Vela, DS. And there is a yellow flag into corner. I think that might have been Dollar. I'm not too sure. Dollar's retired. Dollar has retired. I think he's just given up at this point. Not the spirit, but Moss and Monk here fighting like warriors for the win. I need to re-invite just in a second, fellas. Give me a moment. I can't invite him to game, but if I add him as a friend, I might be able to. But it is looking close between the AlphaTauri and the Ferrari. But you see the back there. Look, Monk has got Callie on him now. Mix has got 5 seconds for speed in the pit lane. Oh no. Parjan has been passed by... Well, no, never mind. I thought Parjan and Callie were fighting for a second. That's my bad. But Callie and Monk are looking to be in a conflict. Moss is trying to push away. And it looks like Callie will be taking the occupied Monk on a dance on the Pacific front. Parjan nearly lost it there. And it looks like Jared has got past Parjan from that mistake. Parjan needs to get back past, but he can't do it here. Might be too risky, but if he does, then it is a bold move by him. He's just going to have to stick behind the man on the medium tyres. Mix is right there. So it's going to be an odd situation on just Parjan letting pass. Sinker's got past Cobra, which is looking to be spicy, but Mix and Parjan is going to be a situation on, do they think about it? Anything like Cobra now? Where is it? There it is. I'll just win. Do that. It looks like Parjan will be going on the attack. Diligent has 3-second penalty probably for doing cuts. And Mocha's got past Moss. Interesting. But see Jared and Parjan going for a fight. Looks like Parjan's got past Jared. They need to catch the Ferraris, who are kind of slowing down a bit. They've got Monk, who has just blast past. They don't really need to push. If they keep P2 and P3, it's looking good, and Jared has lost it. Jared lost the car. Now Mix and Parjan P5, P4, but the Ferraris are P4 and P3, P2, and it looks like Moss, thinking of the Drivers' Championship, has let King Kali pass. Very interesting indeed. Will Parjan and Mix do the same thing when Mix gets close enough? That's the real question. Kali's obviously got the pace to go and catch Monk. That might be one of the key factors, but obviously the driver's title is going to be important to Mix and Parjan, so you never know what's going to happen. But the one thing that they need to do is catch the Ferraris. And it looks like Mix will be the faster car to do so. Looks like Parjan's going to let it pass, and he has. Parjan has done the right thing there. He has let Mix pass. Obviously, no driver wants to do this, but they need to. In this case, it's going to help out Mix if he can go and catch. But also Parjan. If Parjan could stay within a second of Mix, and Mix pushes his car, it's going to be great for the Williams, as they'll be able to catch the Ferraris. But Cobra has gotten the overtake on Justin. Jared has pitted for another set of tyres. But the question is, will Mix, because he's on the mediums right now, could he pit again? Will he have to pit again? The real question is there. But if Parjan can stay within a second, it's going to look really strong, because he's currently 3.6 seconds behind. It looks like there is a slow RRBH Cobra here. But it looks like Moss is kind of losing his pace. But it doesn't matter. As long as he keeps P3 for the Ferraris, this is a great success. There is a yellow flag again. Wonder who it was. But, oh, this is interesting. Fox and Thack are going for a fight. Let's see how this goes. Can Thack get Fox here? I'm not too sure, but there is a long straight here. Obviously, there's no... Oh, there's contact! I think there might be contact! There is! Thack and Fox have lost it. Fox is in the wall, but he can still go. Keep the lower revs, Fox, and go through. There we go. But there is a situation here. What the hell was that? But it's looking like Monk is pushing away here. Moss is losing time. Mix is gaining on the Ferraris. Parjan is also trying to keep face and keep up, because you can't just have Mix there on his own, because they will tactically outdo him here. But what an instant. I think Thack and Fox contacted. The camera didn't really let us see that. But they need to keep on it. King Kali is catching. Oh, there it is. Mix can finally see the Ferrari of Moss. This is going to be real interesting. Oh, Monk is saving on his DRS. I didn't notice that. But Kali is got on the pace here. He's got the exit. Can he get slipstream? Could this turn into a Alonso type situation? Going full on outside of Monk through 130R? We never know, but it looks like Moss is slowing down. Mix has caught up. Parjan's catching as well. Oh boy, is this going to be good. The battle for third will still go on. We have 10 laps of this, ladies and gentlemen. 10 laps. Let's see where it goes. Sink doing a very respectful job in P6, but the man out there today who's doing the fucking deed of the century is Monk. He has taken P1 here, which is a surprising factor in this race. But it looks like Mix is catching again. His mediums may fall off soon, which may cause him to go for another pit stop, but that will not be ideal. Parjan is keeping within the 1.5 second range. Vela has pitted. He's going to pit again. But he's pitted for a set of softs for the last 10 laps. Looks like he'll be trying to go for a fastest lap. But it won't matter if he's not in the top 10. As you see here, though, Cali is really on Monk's arse here. Monk has got a lot more ERS, which means he's able to utilise himself a bit more. And there is a Thak who has lost it through the S's around Suzuka. But here we go. Through 130R. Cali has the acceleration. Can he go for a dive bomb? Looks like he won't. The smart choice there. And here we go. Lap 17 on to lap 18. The DRS and ERS. Rich mix. Overtake. Usable here. Cali, can he catch? Is he going to be able to get him through the corner? Not yet. He just needs a bit more speed. But Mix has caught Moss. Now Moss's job here is to keep Mix behind. And if he doesn't, something bad will happen. Oh, Cara is up ahead. Cobra's gotten Justin, who's going into the pits again. But Mix and Moss, this is going to be key. If Mix can get past, then it's all open season, ladies and gentlemen. And Parjan's lost it! One of the crucial key points for this title fight have lost it. But Mix is right on the arse of Moss here. This is no denying it. They will clash. And so will Monk and Cali. Monk onto the grass a bit. Giving Cali the speed here. 130 yards going to look hella interesting right now. But Mix is catching up to Moss. This is not going to be great here. Moss slower right now. Mix has gotten the slipstream and the ERS. Moss went onto the grass. Can Mix get him through 130R? Brilliant overtake. And he has taken P3. But this is not over. It's Moss with a dive bomb down the inside. Side by side. Through the chicane. Moss has got DRS. So it's not over, but Moss has pitted. Moss has pitted. This is the thing that we saw, especially with how Mercedes have done to Red Bull over the last couple of years. This is what they've been talking about. When you have 2 Ferraris and 1 Williams all alone, it is all downhill from there, because now it looks like Moss has gone onto a set of softs. I think he's going to try and get the fastest lap away from Mix here. If not, then you know, it is what it is. But the other key thing is that Mix has now got clear air to attack and go after King Cali. But Parjan, if he stays in P4, if Sink does not catch him, it is a respectful effort from the Williams, who will have more points at the end of the day. But Mix will want to go and chase down after King Cali. Monk, unsurprisingly, is playing one of the biggest roles in this race right now. Can he keep Cali behind long enough for that man here, Mix, to catch up and take his spot? There's a yellow flag through sector 1, and I think that is Fox. But just look right here, Monk and Cali are really close. And Mix is starting to catch, but the question is, will Mix's medium stay long enough for him to overtake King Cali? But it looks like both of them got DRS thanks to the McLaren there. It was like Fox and Thacker having a fight. Vella will be there as well. But if you look here, Mix is catching. He's gone past both of the ghosted cars. He's still 2.6 seconds behind, though. He can catch definitely. Because of the dirty air, Cali will be pushed back a bit. But the question is, will Monk just blast away here? Cali kind of cut the corner a bit there. They've all got penalties. That's the thing as well. Oh. Okay, that is interesting. We've now seen the extent of the penalties. Mix has 8 seconds, while Cali has 3. That is key. Mix needs to get at least 5 seconds on Cali, and I don't think that's happening. Yellow flag through section 1. Cali's losing it a bit, and look here, Mix could be within a second here if he gets the speed. But oh boy, it's going to be this is going to be an interesting last 7 laps here. Here we go. Cali is not in DRS range of Monk, but he's gone into the pits. Cali has pitted. He's going on a set of softs. This is interesting. And Parjan's coming for the pits as well. This is going to be good here. Mix can stay on these tyres now and stay ahead. But the question is, where will they come out? Will they come out with Moss? If Parjan and Cali come out next to Moss, Moss could just let Cali by and he could just defend Parjan. It'll be a battle of the drivers here, but I don't think it'll be close enough. Moss is not close enough here. Nowhere near Parjan. So it looks like Parjan just has a job of catching up to Cali. But Mix, is he going to stay on these tyres for the rest of race? If he does, then it could be crucial that he needs to get first place here. Mix is catching Monk as well. That is the key factor. Monk, if he wants his first win of the season, he needs to keep behind the current rate, the title leader right now. He needs to keep him behind if he wants this win, which is not an easy task. And through 130R, it looks like they've got similar pace here. Looks like the mediums and the hards are kind of performing on a similar level right now. But it's time, ladies and gentlemen. It is DRS time. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, that's interesting. Thacker's come out just behind. Mix cannot catch at the moment. He's going to have to keep the pace. There's only one DRS zone on this entire track, which makes it even that much more difficult, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Cali has caught up to Sync side by side with his Alfa Romeo brethren, and he has gotten the place. He has re-overtaken Sync. It's in P3 with some of the best pace we've ever seen. And it looks like Mix tried to go around the inside of Monk, but nothing could prevail. Now Parjan needs to catch up a gap. Moss needs to catch up to Parjan if they want the constructors' points here, ladies and gentlemen. That is the thing. Cali is 19 seconds behind Mix. I don't think that's a gap he will be catching in 5 laps. But let's see what happens between Mix and Monk here, because Mix has got pace like nothing else here. Can he get Cali? Well, not Cali. Can he get Monk? Going through 130R maybe. This is going to be interesting. I don't think he'll be able to, but I think he could get him on the DRS straight if he's close enough. Through 130R, Monk went a bit wider there. But Cali, why do I keep saying Cali? Mix through the chicane, got it very well, not on the curve there. Got the speed. He's already catching. Let's see how it goes. Rich Mix, overtake, DRS. Has he got the speed? Looks like he has side by side, and it's a beautiful overtake just before the first corner, and Mix has gotten that all crucial first place. Now, if Ferrari want any success out of this race today, Moss must catch Parjan. And Parjan has set the fastest lap, I believe. Can Moss take the fastest lap? No. But so far, Parja's got the fastest lap, which is crucial for the title fight. Cobra has catch up to Sink. This could be interesting. A battle for P4, but it's looking like Mix is kind of trying to get out of the second gap between Monk because he cannot afford to fight. He needs to buckle down and get going. But you see, Sink and Cobra tried to look for it, go for a look down the inside, but it's not looking like it. As to go under the tunnel, through the chicane here, a bit of a lock up there. And it looks like it was Sink who locked up because Cobra's got a great exit. It's on the rear of Sink. What will Sink do here? Obviously, he doesn't have his teammate really to help him here. But there is a raging Parjan that is going to catch up behind pretty shortly. On his set of soft. Parjan is obviously the fastest man on the track right now. And it does look like Monk and Mix are kind of having a bit of a gap here. But let's see how this goes. Cobra has already got Sink. That is interesting. Can Sink re-get him with DRS? Because you saw that blinking light. Cobra is low on ERS. Let's see. Sink has got a decent exit with Rich Mix, overtake, and DRS side by side. And he's got him. He has. He's got him through the first corner. Great overtake. Now Sink just needs to buckle down and try to push away from Cobra to sustain P4. But you see right here, Mix has just gone. Monk doesn't really have an answer here. He needs to use his overtake. He needs to get the best out of these tyres. But the question is, can he get the fastest lap and take that crucial point away from Williams? Because right now, he will lose a 10-point gap here. It looks like Sink and Cobra going side by side through that corner. Just not enough there for Cobra. And Cobra going down the inside, but now the outside. Has he got him? No, they're still side by side. Needs to give him the room, and he does. And he has taken P4. But remember, we've got some of the fastest straights in Japan on the circuit here. Let's see if Sink can get him. Parjan's actually pretty close. If Parjan can get Sink or Cobra, then it is a wealthy P4 or P5, depending on how he does. But the question is at hand. I've just realised 8-second gap, ladies and gentlemen. Can Mix get the 8-second gap that he needs? But it looks like Sink goes round the outside. Beautiful overtake. Parjan is trying to get into this fight here. He needs to get these crucial points for the Williams outfit team. Obviously, he's on the soft, so he's going to be a lot faster. It looks like he's already caught up, but he's on the rear end of Cobra. So it is a three-way fight for the P4 position. Let's see how this goes. To be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I think Parjan has a good chance of getting past both of these men. But let's see how they do. Mix needs to gain 3.5 seconds, 3.7 seconds on Monk to keep first place. But it looks like Cobra and Sink might be going for a little ding-dong battle here, going through the straight onto 130R. This could be epic. And it looks like Cobra has the pace, but he has pace, but he cannot get past. Oh, he's got him here, side by side, nearly touching wheel through 130R. Beautiful overtake. Sink goes wide, which invites Parjan to take the place. What an overtake by Cobra. Pushed Sink a bit too wide there, but it was a brilliant overtake, and now it's time for Parjan to go for a party. As he's going for Cobra. Has he got the pace? Looks like he has. ERS and DRS on overtake. Let's see how it goes. Side by side. Parjan had to go a bit wide there and has not taken P4 just yet. But he has 2 laps to go. And it looks like Mix is nearly 6 seconds away. He needs to push that much more. There is a yellow flag for, I think that's back. But see, Moss P7 just trying to drive the soft tyres up. But it looks like Parjan dot Cobra round the outside. That is crucial. This is what Williams needed. They needed these points. And now they have fully dismantled Ferrari here on points today. First and fourth, or second and fourth, depending on how this goes. It's going to be really good today. But Parjan is just trying to drive away now. He might not be able, he definitely won't be able to catch Callie unless Callie makes a mistake. Because as you see here, if he gets 3 seconds to Callie, then he can take P3. But I don't think he's going to be able to. We'll see. Anything could happen in this sport. But Monk has just not got pace. Mix needs to push. Monk does not necessarily need to push. But Cobra is out of the DRS range right now of Parjan, which is what Parjan needs. But this could invite Sync to get back at Cobra. You never know. But last lap drama. 7 tenths is needed for Mix to get the win today. This could be close. Can he get the time? That is the question. Can he gain 7 tenths in these last couple of, in this nearly last sector and a half? That's the real question. But whatever happens, it is a phenomenal drive today from Mix here. Let's see what happens. Can he get the time? If he maybe had that 1 lap extra, he could have won. But it is going to be technically a first place for Mix. But because of the implications, Callie's going slow. But I think that's a different problem. Mix did take first, but it looks like Monk, because of penalties, will come to win the Japanese Grand Prix. And Sync's retired. Something's happened with Sync. Cobra's taken P6, but it is a P2. And what? What happened there? It is a P4 for Mix, P5. What the hell? Okay, this is interesting. I don't know what to say, but it looks like the places will go Monk, who's won, Callie's P2, Parja P3, Moss P4, Mix P5, with Cobra P6. Oh, Fox got P5. What the hell? I think this may be bugged because he didn't have that many penalties. He only had 8 seconds. I think he should be P2. This is the order it looks like right now. Vella's... I think this is a bit glitchy right now. Just need to wait for Jared to cross the line right now. And then we will be able to see the true place. Because it's been weird right now. That's all I'll say. But for 100%, the one thing we should know is your winner is Monk. Moss gets driver of the day, the key point that Ferrari needs in this title fight. But let's see where everyone placed. Yeah, it is the win for Monk. His first win of the season. Maybe his last win of the season, but it is looking pretty solid today, ladies and gentlemen. AlphaTauri, their replacement driver, Monk, has taken the win. And it looks like Mix went P8. What? I don't get that. But, ladies and gentlemen, the order is as it stands. Monk, Callie, Parja, Moss, Fox, Vella, Jared, Mix, Cobra, and Sync, and Justin make the top 10. This is all confusing. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much. This is a glitched order, apparently. But I am hoping someone in our league can take a picture of this, of the race results, and send it to me. But Thank you all so much for watching an exciting race today, ladies and gentlemen. And we will be here tomorrow for Azerbaijan and also the sprint race, and then the season finale at Abu Dhabi next Saturday. Pencil that in, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care and peace.